Hey everyone, Cynthia Bazin here. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch my show, Inspiring Interviews with Smart, Successful Women, either live or if you're going to catch it on the replay. I am so thrilled that you're here today. Let me just introduce myself real briefly if you don't know me. I'm the owner of Smart Chick. I'm a motivational speaker and I'm a premier mentor for women. I help people who are overwhelmed get really crystal clear and laser focused so they can have their best success. So why did I start this show, Inspiring Interviews with Smart, Successful Women? Well, over the last couple years, I have been able to meet so many inspiring women and men, but inspiring women that, have really supported me and my business. So this is my way to give back and to let you know that, you should connect with them because they are super high quality, are full of integrity, and they really are givers, and they want you to have your best success and happiness. So today's guest is someone that I've known for a while now. Her name is Robin Taney, and her website is studio4pr.com, STUDIO, the number 4pr.com. And without further hesitation, I like them to introduce themselves to you so we can get them on and say hello and tell them talk a little bit about themselves. So Robin, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey Cynthia, thank you for having me.
I am so thrilled for you to be on. So tell us, where you're from, where you live, and give us, a general outline of your business and what you do.
Well, I live in Rochester, New York, and I have a business called Studio 4PR because I am really passionate about helping entrepreneurs get visibility. And when I started my business, I was working in corporate America and really had a desire to be home with my young son who was entering kindergarten, and I wanted to be able to get him on and off the bus, and I had such a passion for working with the media and working with business leaders and working with entrepreneurs and writing, and I just felt like my calling was to be able to start this business that could help entrepreneurs. And what I found out is that there is such a big disconnect between what entrepreneurs think PR is and what it can really do for them, that I've sort of made it my mission to try to help as many of them as possible see that PR is not the scandalicious, just the scandalicious and the publicity stunts that it's made out to be. So I love working with entrepreneurs, and I am so excited to be here to share with your viewers some tips and see if maybe it will help them grow their businesses.
So thank you, Robin, so much. So for people, for so many of us that are in business, we're so busy doing the grind, just trying to get things done day by day. And I think we all have a general sense of what, the word PR means, but what does PR mean to you? Like, what is your definition of PR?
The definition of PR when the industry first started, interestingly enough, back in the 1900s, it was intended as a way for large companies to manipulate the way customers thought, or to get voters to vote a certain way.
Okay.
And for a long, long time, that was sort of, the underlying message. And to me, PR is really about creating a compelling conversation that connects you with the people that you were meant to serve.
Awesome.
So,
you know what? Let me stop you there for a second. A compelling conversation with the people you want to try to reach. One of the things, Robin, that I am consistently telling, my clients in my business is really about not trying to reach everybody with your message. That in reality, we hope that our business is for everybody, that everybody wants our service or product, but that's not the reality. And I always talk about really designing a niche for your business, really narrowing it down to your ideal clients. And that kind of sounds like what you do with PR also.
Exactly. Exactly. It really comes down to knowing who your ideal client is and treating your target audience as though it's one person.
Awesome.
Because if you try to be all things to all people, you'll end up nothing to no one.
Perfect.
So it's really important to define. That's really like the first thing that I try to encourage clients and people that I work with to do, is to come up with a profile and a way to define who that ideal client is, as though it was one person. What do they look like? What do they like to do? What are their hobbies? Where do they go to school? What kind of education do they have? And really flesh it out so that your messaging is targeted just for them, so that when you're speaking to them, they can say, that person, they're talking to me, and my problem is something that they can solve.
Okay. All right. I want to just stop you there, because you know what? I'm always preaching the word, laser focus and get down to your niche. Everybody grab a cup of coffee. I'm raising a cup of coffee, Robin. We're having a couple of glitches today with Google Hangout, but hopefully, awesome. I can see you, Robin, and that you've raised your coffee mug. So everybody, laser focus. Get crystal clear on your ideal client, okay? So then we can get you out PR-wise, okay?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, one of the things I want to ask you, Robin, because we talked about this the other day during our conversation, is, public relations, we know of it, TV, newspapers, getting yourself out there. But what does PR really do for you in your business? If you have a couple things, 2 or 3 things, major things, what is PR going to do for the brand new business owner or someone that wants to take it up to the next level?
Well, mainly it plants the seed. It's all about relationship building. So PR really is planting a seed that may not bear fruit for 6 months, but when it does, it will have put you out in front of a whole slew of people that are, people that want to do business with you, that you wouldn't have been exposed to otherwise. And it opens the door to much more than just new clients. It creates opportunities for strategic alliances and collaborations that otherwise would not have been available to you. And perhaps one of the more important things is that it establishes you as a thought leader in your field, and the person that the media goes to when they want somebody who can speak on your area of expertise.
Great. I agree with all that, and also, this is great. Someone's trying to call in. I have no idea. See, this is what it is about live broadcasts, is that someone's trying to call in to jump on the show. So see, you're very popular, Robin, and you know what? People are already trying to join in. You're giving some really awesome, smart tips, and I really appreciate that. Isn't it also, because I was part of a book project recently, and one of the reasons why I did the book project was, for the credibility factor. Isn't that true also for PR, getting yourself out there, whether it's in magazines, online blogs, social media, TV, is that if you're looking to get to the next level and get that credibility factor, it's going to help?
Yes, absolutely. Being able to call yourself an expert is one thing, but today consumers are really savvy, and they want to feel like they can know, like, and trust the people that they're working with. So having a book, having a blog, having a visibility factor is very, very important, and it's one thing that is going to help put you in front of the people that you most want to do business with. I always say, don't worry so much about trying to be a household name. It's much better to have 1,000 ideal clients who are raving fans than 1 million lukewarm people who don't know what they want. And I think that really is the key, is that, you know, work on getting famous in your backyard, and, you know, with your local community, and build it from there. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, marketing is huge, and it carries a lot more weight now that social media is so prevalent. So you want to get as many cheerleaders as you can in your corner, and there's ways to do that without it being, you know, without having to rely on traditional media to you know, feature you in an article or on the news or.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, one of the things that you're saying, in what you're saying, Robin, and that also one of our connections that we have with each other is that we're both city directors with Today's Innovative Woman magazine. So I want to give a plug out to Today's Innovative Woman magazine, because that is one way also to get yourself out there PR-wise. And so, you know, I encourage everyone to take a look at that magazine, because that's another fantastic way to get yourself out there. But one of the things that I heard you say, Robin, was, you know, amongst everything that you kind of said, I heard consistency, and sort of like it's an ongoing thing, so that, you know, if you go onto a TV program or you try to get into a magazine, you know, you probably shouldn't just do it once, right? Because you're probably not going to get that like, respect, and trust factor, and some people just might flat out not see it the first time. But like we do with the magazine stuff and doing social media and like this program here, is that it takes a while to get you recognized. It takes a while, you know, for people sometimes to really resonate with your message. So I think you're kind of saying that, you know what, whatever you do, you know, do it well, and also don't just do it once. You know, get a plan together to spread it out for a period of time, right? Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think having a PR plan is very important. It's one thing that not enough business owners do, because they think, you know, oh, I did something cool, I'm going to write a press release, you know, woohoo, and that what they really need to be doing is thinking long term, you know, and thinking ahead to, what do they have going on for the rest of the year? What conferences are you attending? What speaking engagements are you doing? What can you do now that will help you be ready for that event that's coming up? You know, look for people. If you're going to a conference, find out who's going to be attending and start to engage with them on social media, so that by the time the conference is closer, you actually have a relationship with them, and it's not weird if you suggest, you know, maybe we should, you know, maybe we can get together for coffee at the event, or, you know, I'd love to talk to you for, you know, further. So it's all about, you know, laying the groundwork to be able to have, you know, this relationship with people that you want to do business with, that you want to know, like, and trust you.
Right, right. So one of the things I just want to throw in there, because I'm all about giving smart tips for people, is that, you know what, you got to make a plan, right? If you're going to stand a chance in doing business and anything that you do, and like right at the beginning of the year, or if you can do it right now, you have to plan that you're going to need to spend some money on PR. It's just part of doing business. It's smart. So every year, you know what, you've got to think, what are the couple things, at least a couple things, that you're going to do PR-wise to get yourself out there. It's just part of the whole plan for business. So one of the things that, you know, I wanted to talk about is that, you know, say my business that's a mentoring company versus, say, somebody that's an author, okay? So two different types of businesses. Should we be doing the same type of PR? Should we be doing the same exact plan, or is it sort of like a one size, you know, not fits all sort of thing? You know,
it's not one size fits all, because you know, unless your clients are exactly the same, then you need to, you know, you really need to be thinking in terms of, you know, what your goals are, you know, and what your priorities are. What, you know, who your ideal client is, and where is it that they hang out, where do they get their information, and then creating relevant messages around, whether you're launching a new product or a new service that is going to, that they're going to hear, and that's going to resonate with them, and then pushing it out through the channels that they receive information. So if they're on social media, it might be engaging with them in a Facebook group, or if they're, if they only, are on your email list, then it's sending out email marketing newsletters. So you have to be very specific, and you have to be really, you have to tailor it to the specific people. One of the things that I talk about is red velvet rope marketing.
Okay.
Which, and that's another thing, because you really have to think about the people that you most want to work with, and that are going to appreciate you and inspire you to do your best work. So red velvet rope marketing is, and I can't take credit for, I have to give credit where credit is due.
Okay.
The idea that came from the book Yourself Solid by Michael Portman. What he suggests in it so resonates with what I try to do, that I feel that it's definitely worth sharing. Red velvet rope marketing is a filter system that lets you choose the clients that you want to work with, because so often entrepreneurs are willing to work with anybody that has, that is breathing and has a pocketbook, and they don't really think about whether they're reaching the people that they want to serve, and then they're unhappy. So if you want to work with people that inspire you to do your best work, you basically are setting up a filter system that decides who it is that you're going to let behind your red velvet rope. In the same way, when you go to a VIP event and it's invitation only, and you come up to the door and the person takes your name and then they drop the red velvet rope and let you in, that's what red velvet rope marketing is. So when you have that defined, it becomes a lot easier, because then it's like you're putting together a plan for a friend, for one friend, as opposed to millions of faceless people that you don't know anything about, and that you're just taking a shot in the dark that they're going to want what you have. Right. So I always advise, really take a look at what you're, who you're serving, and how you can help them, and what's unique about what you do that is going to is going to benefit them, and then look at ways that you can set yourself apart from what everybody else is doing, that's going to make them feel special and create the experience for them that's going to be special. And that kind of PR is not the kind that's necessarily going to make the front page of the paper, but it's going to get you clients, and that's really what's important.
Right. And one of the things that I kind of emphasize to my clients and people to just ask me about business is that, go with your strengths. It's really great to get out of your comfort zone, but if, say, for example, you are really just starting a PR plan and you want to get yourself out there and you've got so much going on that, if you're great on camera and you're great at, expressing stuff verbally, do videos, do YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Do something to develop that relationship, that interpersonal communication with your ideal client. So, like, if you're a mentor, you're a speaker, something that you're going to be wanting to have contact with your ideal clients. Get yourself out there. YouTube is huge. YouTube is absolutely huge. And you know what? I love watching YouTube videos of people that I possibly want to do business with, because then I kind of get that respect and trust factor pretty easily if I resonate with them on video.
Yeah, and that's an excellent point, because first of all, press releases are not just for the media. You can send them to clients, send them to your mailing list, post them on your website, archive them so that it's like having a press room. Send them to bloggers who are influential in your field and have them write about it.
Right.
You know, and the same does hold true for video. If you shoot an interview with a notable speaker at a conference, or do it yourself and talk about key takeaways that you learned, put it on YouTube, create a YouTube channel so that the videos are archived and people can access, you know, all the videos that are in your library. That's huge. And video is websites and blogs with 52% more show up pages in Google search results.
Okay, cool, cool. No, having a little bit of audio difficulty on my end, hopefully not on anybody else's end, but I think everybody, you know, kind of heard, you know, what they said. But what I want to emphasize, something that Robin said, is that if you want to start getting yourself out there PR-wise, if you speak in an event, have someone take pictures and put them on your website. If you're doing a presentation, which, you know what, I've kind of learned that because I've done some presentations that, darn it, I forgot to video it, or I didn't have someone video it. It was really good. You know, you want to document anything that you do and be able to put it on your website, because the more stuff, the more quality stuff that you have on your website, the more stuff that people says, you know what, this girl's out there, you know, she's writing, she's out there speaking, and that sort of thing. Again, it lifts that credibility level up, but also, if you want to be booked or you want to be hired on for your services and products, you know what, they want to see that you've been around, you know what I mean, what you've been doing. Again, getting that like, respect, and trust factor. And so just remember that. You go to an event, you do something, you volunteer somewhere, whatever it is, get some pictures, put it on your website, have great easy links for people to get to so they can learn more about you. Okay, we need to rock and roll because this interview is flying by. It's flying by. So there's a couple things that I want to talk to you about. So, okay, so different ways of PR. There's social media. There's the traditional media of, you know, getting on TV and newspapers and that sort of thing. You know, guest blogging. Is that a way of PR? Because I've just started doing that a little bit. You can do that. That's another way, correct, Robin?
Yep. Yep. You can do polls. You know, so you can use Facebook and LinkedIn and do like a survey. You know, that has to do something with your business, and then use that information. Use the results. Put it in a blog post. Share it with all the people that you featured in the blog. So, like, say you do, you know, top 10, you know, business feature 10 business people, and if you share it with all of them, they're going to share it with all their. Everybody loves to be seen, you know, by other people, so they're going to be like, hey, look at me. So, you know, you can share it on social media. You can do, you know, other ways, you know, think of ways that you can collaborate with another business. So that will put you in front of a whole network of prospects and give the other business exposure as well. So, like, if you're doing a workshop, maybe see if you can post it at a restaurant that would be looking for exposure. There's a story of an optometrist who loved racing Porsches and had teamed up with a biofuel company put together so this didn't have any as optometry per se, but money raised purchased optometry equipment to be used for underprivileged children. So, you know, anytime that you can tie a holiday, trending news, or a charity to whatever it is that you're doing, it's more likely to be picked up by get what you're looking for.
Okay, all right. Great, great, great. All right, so somebody is just, you know what, they want to start to get themselves out there, and, you know, they're already doing social media, but they want to step it up a little bit, and they want to, like, say, talk to you, they want to develop a plan, that sort of thing. I think we already talked about defining the niche, right? Defining the niche of the ideal client and that sort of thing. If you could quickly, just briefly, after that, after you know what your ideal client is, what would be sort of kind of the overall just plan, if, a minute or so, just sort of, how would you lay it out? So if someone wants to come work with you, Robin, how would you kind of lay out a PR development plan for someone?
Well, what we have um, ideal client identified. I run them through an exercise, what's your why, which basically takes what the area goal is, and we drill down to the, fifth level as to why what you're doing is so important to you.
Okay.
And usually the nugget is far away from the main goal is. It's the heart of why it is that you're doing what you do, and that is what gets woven into, all of your. That's what your brand becomes. That's the foundation. And then we identify your goals. We identify what your priorities are for coming years. 3 years or 5 years, or however long, however short or long term you want to look, and we put together phases of a plan that is going to help you get visibility at this level, whether it's through social media, whether it's through blogging, whether it's you're writing a book and we're going to promote it, whether it's doing speaking engagements. Speaking is a great way to get visibility, even if you don't have a book yet. Just being able to, speak at chamber events and,
right.
women's events and conferences. It's a great way to get noticed.
I wanted to say, because that's one of the things that people are constantly telling me is that about getting out there, is that, what, they're so good about being behind the computer, right? And I think with the whole social media age is that it's so easy to just be on the computer and just be on Twitter and Facebook and just getting ourselves out there. The real magic happens is when you're actually talking with people. So just like we're doing today on Google Hangout, and I do this with my Inner Circle membership all the time, is that, if you can't meet someone in person or get yourself out there, out there live, do something like a Google Hangout or Skype or a webinar. Again, get yourself in touch with people. You know what I mean? Don't just blog and, there's no face to the name. I mean, blogging is awesome. Believe me, I do it too. But the real connection happens is when I'm actually talking with people, whether it's live or it's online doing these sort of Google Hangouts and Skype and stuff like that. So you got to do it. You got to step out of your comfort zone. You got to get away from the computer, and you've got to, move forward. So today I'm talking with Robin Taney, okay, and she is from Studio4PR.com. We are just 1 minute away, so what I want to do from the half hour. So what I want to do, Robin, is that real quickly, the different services, I'm going to put you kind of on the spot, kind of listing the different services that you do, the ones that you can remember off the top of your head, and how can people get in touch with you? Is there something you'd like to give out to the audience or reach out to them to kind of let them know how they can learn more about you?
Well, I would love basically you can reach me at my email is robin@studio4pr.com. And I work with entrepreneurs and small business owners, and the sky's the limit as far as what you want to do. So whether it's you need a press release written, you want to do a full-scale campaign, I can talk to you. I'm happy to talk to you about that. I would love to share with your viewers two things, actually. One is a report called Top 11 PR Mistakes That Most Businesses Make. And then the second is a link to a teleseminar that I did called How to Find and Be Found by Your Ideal Client. And
Okay.
they can get both of those just by going to my website, www.studio4pr.com, and clicking at the very top of the page. It says sign up for the mailing list. Just sign up for the mailing list. You'll get the report right away, and then I will send you the link to the teleseminar.
Awesome. Robin, and what we're going to do too is that we're going to put it in the YouTube link that we have, your link to your website, as well as in the Google stream. If someone didn't catch that, they say, you know what, is it with a 4 or is it spelled out 4? Don't worry about it if you didn't catch it. We'll put it in the Google stream, okay? So, Robin, I just want to thank you so much for coming on today. With live Google Hangouts, there's always something that happens, right? We have to be prepared for everything, and we've got to go with the flow, right? So it was an awesome interview, and again, why I had Robin Taney on today is that she is one of the people that I consider in my inner circle, and what I mean by that is that the only people that I recommend and do business with are the following types of people. People that I know are authentic, they support other people, and they're full of integrity, and you know what? They are doing business for the right reasons, to really help people. And so, I encourage you, if you don't know Robin Taney today, I want you to start to get to know her today and take a look at her website that she indicated. And I'm going to just say it one more time. It's studio4pr.com, STUDIO 4pr.com, and connect with Robin, say hello, post some comments in the Google stream. We wanted to, focus on the interview, so I didn't get to the stream during the interview. But afterwards, we can answer your questions. She can put her email in there, whatever we can do to help support you. The key is with PR, if you haven't been doing it or you need to revamp it, get started, do something, and do something consistent. You know what I mean? Don't just do it one time. Do it several times. Robin, thank you so much. I'm just going to put you on the screen one more time. If you want to give a wave, raise up your coffee cup, say goodbye to everybody. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for your time. All right, everyone.
Yeah.
This wraps up the show for this week, Inspiring Interviews with Smart, Successful Women. It was Robin Taney this week, and it was an awesome interview. And I thank you so much for stopping by live, or if you're catching the replay, be sure to share it with everyone, okay? Thank you so much, and have an awesome day.